In today's video, we'll be discussing Kevin Hart's latest movie and the possibility of him bidding farewell to Hollywood. Is Kevin Hart going to quit acting after his new Netflix film? Let's find out. Fans are often shocked when actors step away from the industry or leave stardom on their own, especially if the decision is sudden. Over the years, tons of Hollywood stars have given up the spotlight or completely switched careers, startling fans from all over the world. It's even more shocking when fans themselves beg an actor to leave the industry. That's exactly what comedian and Jumanji star Kevin Hart is currently going through. Given his long and versatile career, it's no surprise that the 43-year-old actor has developed a thick skin, particularly when it comes to criticism and negative reviews. This time, however, the negative feedback is on a whole different level, as people are calling for Kevin to give up acting altogether. The reason? His latest Netflix movie, Me Time. The buddy comedy film stars Kevin Hart in the lead role. He plays Sonny Fisher, a stay-at-home dad who goes on a wild adventure with his high school best friend, Huck, and finally has some me time after years when his wife and kids are away. The 2022 film, which also stars Mark Wahlberg, hit Netflix on August 26 and instantly secured a spot on the top 10 movies list. In the US, Me Time even debuted as the second most watched title on the streaming giant, beaten only by the TV show Echoes, and garnered nearly 60 million hours watched within the first 3 days of its release, and understandably so, since the film seemingly had all the ingredients for being a success. For starters, it's written and directed by John Hamburg, who's previously directed comedies like Meet the Parents, I Love You Man, and Zoolander. Then there's the cast, in which Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg aren't the only renowned names. Me Time also stars Jimmy O Yang, Luis Gerard Mendez, and critically acclaimed actress Regina Hall, who viewers might remember from comedy films like Girls Trip and About Last Night. But even after having so much potential, Me Time was absolutely slated by critics. Some might say that the reviews were too harsh, but it's also true that the audience expected more than what the film actually delivered. Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times described the movie as stunningly unfunny, while Peter Travers of ABC News called it dim-witted and disposable. And that's not even the worst review. Other critics described it as a witless string of dumb comedic set pieces, and maybe Kevin Hart's worst movie yet. The film received a 7% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score of just 30% from over 500 reviews. This makes Me Time both Hart and Wahlberg's worst-rated film of all time on the website. It didn't score any better on IMDb either, landing a measly 5 out of 10. Meanwhile, the film generated generally unfavorable reviews on Metacritic, where 19 critics scored the film 25 out of 100, making it the second worst film on the site to feature Kevin Hart. Turns out, both critics and viewers landed on a unanimous verdict while reviewing Me Time. Within days of its release, the film became a topic of discussion on social media, particularly on Twitter, where users couldn't stop pointing out Kevin's underwhelming acting. One tweet said, "No ways, Kevin Hart can't keep getting away with this horrible acting." While another person made a post on Reddit saying, "Why Kevin Hart keeps getting roles in AAA movies alongside some very established actors? Don't get me wrong, I like the guy, but his acting seems incredibly forced, and I'm just getting a bit sick of seeing him in films." Similar opinions were shared in the comments section, where fans pointed out that the actor was not good, and that studios were paying Hart to be him rather than be a good actor. Maybe it was these responses from fans that prompted Kevin to tweet about the movie himself. On September 1st, he wrote, "If you haven't watched Me Time on @Netflix yet, what in the hell are you waiting for? Give yourself what you deserve, and that's some me time. Now go watch my movie, damn it." Unsurprisingly, viewers replied to this tweet as well, with one saying, "We watched it last night. I'm sorry, it just was not that good. A few funny parts for sure. You and Marky Mark need to be a little more particular in your movies. Love you, Kevin, but have to be honest." Amid all the negative reviews, there are still some fans who haven't forgotten Kevin Hart's previous performances, and the times he received exceptional reviews for films like True Story, Fatherhood, and The Upside. One fan tweeted, "True Story and Fatherhood should change people's minds about him as an actor," while another commented, "I'm a big fan of Kevin Hart for Real's comedy, but True Story is probably my favorite project of his." A few days after his September 1st tweet, Kevin Hart took to Instagram to thank his team at Heartbeat Productions. The actor wrote, "Major thank you to @Netflix for their support and love on all these projects. I also want to thank all of my producing partners and writers on all these projects. It's about progress. At Heartbeat, we want to provide the world with some amazing feel-good, relatable material." In the same caption, the former stand-up comedian also hinted at his future plans, saying, "I'm so proud of my team of execs and creatives at Heartbeat. I swear we're just getting started. We have more heat coming your way soon." It's likely that Kevin Hart won't be quitting acting anytime soon, even though the negative reviews for his latest films are still piling up. One thing's for sure, though, he's convinced viewers to either go back to his previous hits or simply not watch any of his upcoming films.